do it! Don't let your dreams leave. Nothing is impossible!
Okay, let's get to the point. A platform developed for the PlayStation, PC, that also has been ported on other consoles, considered to be one of the finest platforms ever created, is also one of the most brutally punishing games, also due to the fact that it was not play-tested during its production. Released by Ubisoft in 1995, sparked a series that spanned sub-sequel, a kind of a reboot and some questionable yet highly marketable spin-offs? Where should I play this game? The easiest answer is to either get the PlayStation version, which you can get on the PlayStation Store for Play 3 and Vita, or you could buy a physical copy and of course, emulate it, well, with a legitimate BIOS. Or you could just buy the GOG version, probably the best way to enjoy the game, since you also get the expansion for the PC. It's no surprise that this is one of the big reasons for the success of this game. Everything is hand-drawn, colorful, vibrant, cartoony. All the various locations are completely different from one another, with very precise themes in mind. For example, Dream Forest is about magic swamps, with flying flowers as platforms, and giant purple fluids, inhabited by crazy explorers, flying piranhas, and that thing. Seriously, what is that? It only appears on one level. I can't understand what it is. It's hideous. Why would you put that in a game? Blue Mountain is, well, about mountains and spikes. And these bastards? To support us to the whole journey, we have, however, a fantastic soundtrack made by Remy Gazelle. Have a listen. Pretty much get the gist of it. However, another key factor for the success of this game is Rayman himself. The man has a design so simple but so well done. You could just make a black silhouette of, I don't know, you could just make a black silhouette of an eggplant, a pair of hands, an head? Yes, must be French magic. They are kinda good at this. Of course, it's all thanks to these people, and thanks to Michel Ancel, the lead designer of the main two games. Rayman? In the Glade of Dreams, all was fine and dandy, thanks to the great Platoon. However, a random schmuck named Mr. Dark has the brilliant idea of stealing the great Platoon. In the process, he trashes its guardian, Betilla the Fairy. And now the world balance is screwed, and the Electoons are imprisoned in cages. The magician, who was narrating this story, decides to seek the help of Rayman, asking him to 1. Find and free all the Electoons, and 2. Cover the great Platoon from Mr. D himself. Gameplay-wise, Rayman is as platform as it gets. You do a lot of jumping, a lot of platforming, auto-scroller. Sometime in between all of this you will get hit and set backwards into spikes or pits, but for the most part really nice stuff, even if sometimes brutally hard. Ability-wise, Rayman starts literally incapable of even retaliation, but will be immediately upgraded by Betilla with the ability to propel its fist forward, much in the fashion of something like Mazinger. You can even wind it up for more damage and reach. The fist also acts as a boomerang, and you can often use it to hit enemies as it returns back to you. As we progress in the game, Betilla will also grant us the ability to hang from ledges, the now iconic air helicopter, catching with our fist ring loops to fling ourselves, and the ability to run. There are also secondary abilities. These are especially used in one instance type scenario. One of these is the ability to fly indefinitely. Speaking of levels, we see the main map from the point of view of Mr. Dark. Here is where you can save the game and choose a world and its stages. Each world has around from 3 to 4 stages. Most of the time, especially if this is the first time you are reaching a specific point in the game, you will only try to reach the end of the level. But at the same time, you should attempt to find and break as much cages in your way. Each level is also full of things. These can be used to pay the magician to enter extra challenges or to get lives once you reach a set amount. The magician challenges will also grant an extra life if you complete them in time. However, failing will result in the things being wasted. With most probability, you will die a lot and will be presented with the game over screen. Here you can choose to use one of the alarm clock with the press of the start to continue the game. This is a trap. Unlike lives, these, once consumed, are long gone. However, my suggestion is look at the version of Rayman you are playing, slap the 99 live codes and forget about that fucking clock. Now that most of the basics are out of the window, at this point you will be facing Scorps and will be greeted with a message prompting you to get every single cage in the game. This is a 4-level bonanza, consisting of gliding your way through whipped cream with a frying pan, getting the curse by Mr. Dark and having to escape a deadly clone capable of one-hitting you by simply touching you, stealing and mixing your control scheme just to fuck around with you, and finally the showdown with Mr. Dark himself, who will spend the first half of the fight forcing you into a bullet hell and will bail it out as soon the Electoon will give you back your fist. And that's it. Now the game is over. Everyone is happy. Rayman goes on a vacation with his friend. The end. In conclusion, Rayman, big classic. Everyone loved it. I don't even know why I made a review about it, since these are all things that everyone know already. Especially when I'm not that competent about writing, recording myself. But anyway, great game. Play it. Will fuck you over. So bear that in mind. It goes relatively cheap. And now is that part of the video where there is that plethora of words about you know what it is, like the subscribe, cry. Yeah, do that. Subscribe, put a like, bake a cake, enjoy yourself.